There's a reason some people dominate life while others drift through it like a ghost in the wind. The difference? Daily habits. What you do every single day determines whether you rise or rot. And most people, they let their days control them instead of taking charge. That ends now. You wake up every morning with a choice. Attack the day or be attacked by it. And how do you start? Not by scrolling your phone like a zombie, not by hitting the snooze button like a weakling. You wake up with intent. You own your morning. Winners have a system, exercise, planning, a power routine that primes them for success. If you can't control the first hour of your day, what makes you think you could control the rest of your life? Next, look around you. Who do you spend your time with? Because your environment is either sharpening you or dulling you. You can't soar like an eagle when you're surrounded by turkeys. Cut out the negativity. If they don't push you forward, they pull you back. It's that simple. The strongest people in the world are ruthless with who they allow into their space. You must be too. But all of this is worthless without action. Thinking, planning, waiting for the perfect time. That's the disease of the week. There's no perfect time. The winners take action while the rest are still debating what to do. They jump in, make mistakes, learn fast, and keep moving. Motion creates momentum, and momentum crushes fear. Your mind is your weapon. Sharpen it. Read every day. Study people greater than you. Challenge your own thinking. If you're not growing mentally, you're dying. The world belongs to those who adapt, who learn, who refuse to stay the same. Every day you must demand more from yourself. And finally, raise your standards. Too many people accept mediocrity like it's their destiny. It's not. You have the power to demand better. From yourself, from your habits, from your life. Stop settling for good enough. Good enough is the enemy of greatness. Every day you decide what kind of person you are. Choose the person who refuses to accept anything less than excellence. This isn't a motivational speech. This is a wake-up call. Every single thing you do, every habit, every decision, it all adds up. Improve the daily things and your entire life transforms. The question is, will you step up or will you keep making excuses? The choice is yours. Let's break down the truth about mornings and how they dictate everything that happens in your day. You want to know the secret to achieving greatness, success, and fulfillment? It's simple. Master your morning. It's the single most powerful thing you can do to take control of your life. Because let me tell you something. The way you start your day is the way your day will unfold, and ultimately, the way your life will unfold. Think about it. Every morning, you're presented with a blank canvas. What you decide to do in those first few hours sets the tone for everything that follows. So why is it that most people wake up with no plan, no direction, and no discipline? They stumble out of bed, mindlessly scroll through their phones, grab a quick cup of coffee, and before they know it, the day has gotten away from them. They're reactive, not proactive. They let the world dictate their mood, their actions, and their energy. And that's why most people end up in mediocrity. To truly excel, you must take charge of the start of your day. Winners don't wait for motivation. They create it. They build habits and routines that ensure success is inevitable. You've got to build a morning routine that propels you forward. One that sets your body, mind, and soul on fire with purpose. That's the first step to greatness, winning the morning. Here's the thing, successful people have a system. They don't just wake up and wing it. They understand that the first hour of the day is the most precious hour you'll ever have. It's when your energy is fresh, your mind is clear, and you have the power to direct your life. This is where the magic happens. And if you don't capitalize on it, you're throwing away your potential. Let's get down to specifics. What do the most successful people do when they wake up? First, they get out of bed early, way earlier than most. They don't hit snooze. The snooze button is for weaklings who don't have the willpower to get up and get going. Winners understand that time is their most valuable resource, and they refuse to waste a single second. If you can't wake up early, you've already lost. Waking up at 5 or 6 in the morning gives you a head start on the world, and that's where the edge lies. But it's not just about waking up early. It's about having a specific routine, a power routine that you follow every single day. You've got to start with something physical. Get your body moving. Exercise, stretch. Do something that gets your heart pumping and your blood flowing. This isn't optional. Your body is your vehicle. And if you don't treat it right, it will hold you back. Don't wait for energy to magically appear throughout the day. Create it. Movement ignites energy, and energy drives action. After the physical, you must feed your mind. The mind is your most powerful asset, and it needs to be sharpened daily. Successful people read, they study, they challenge themselves mentally. Spend 20, 30 minutes reading something that pushes you, something that challenges your current beliefs, something that inspires you to go further, faster. This could be a book on personal development, business, philosophy, or even learning a new skill. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it feeds your growth. You've got to condition your mind for success, and that starts with education. Next, you need to plan your day. Winners don't go through their day haphazardly. They have a clear focus and vision of what they want to accomplish. Spend 10, 15 minutes setting goals for the day. What are the 3 things you need to get done today? What will move the needle forward in your life? Don't clutter your mind with unnecessary tasks. Focus on the high-leverage actions that will get you closer to your goals. Successful people don't waste time, they invest it. And the way you invest your time starts in the morning. Finally, get your mindset right. A successful day starts with a successful mindset. Set your intentions for the day. What kind of energy are you bringing to the table? How will you handle challenges? Will you let setbacks defeat you, or will you rise stronger? Winners choose to operate at the highest level, no matter what life throws at them. You've got to program yourself for resilience, discipline, and relentless focus. And so here's the deal. If you're not making the most of your mornings, you're sabotaging your success before it even begins. If you can't get up early, get moving, educate yourself, plan your day, and create the right mindset. You'll never reach your full potential. The morning is your launch pad for the rest of the day. And if you don't take it seriously, you'll drift through life without purpose. You must become the master of your mornings. It's non-negotiable. The first hour of your day is your time to conquer, to build the momentum that will carry you through the day and into greatness. Get up, get moving, feed your mind, plan your actions, and set yourself on fire with purpose. If you win the morning, you'll win the day. And if you win the day, you'll win your life. Let's dive deep into the next crucial key to success. Control your environment. You probably heard this before, but it's time to really understand the gravity of this concept. You are the sum of the people you surround yourself with, the places you spend your time, and the things you choose to focus on. The environment around you will either elevate you or drag you down. And if you're serious about your success, you cannot afford to let your environment become a toxic, uninspiring, and unproductive space. Let's get straight to the point. You are not a lone wolf, but you're influenced by everyone and everything around you. It doesn't matter how strong-willed or disciplined you are. If you keep surrounding yourself with negativity, mediocrity, and people who don't understand your vision, you will get sucked into that energy. People around you either uplift you, challenge you, and push you to new heights, or they drag you down into complacency, self-doubt, and failure. Let's start with the people in your life. If you're serious about success, you got to start looking at your circle with a critical eye. Are they pushing you forward, or are they holding you back? Are they inspiring you, or are they just content with the status quo? If the people you surround yourself with aren't living up to their potential, you won't either. Plain and simple. The greatest achievers in the world are extremely selective about who they let into their lives. They know that if you're constantly around people who don't share your hunger for success, your own hunger will start to fade. Here's the harsh truth. Most people in your life are not meant to come with you to the top. That doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life entirely, but it does mean that you need to create boundaries and set clear expectations. If you're constantly hanging out with people who only talk about how bad their job is, or how they can't do this or that, guess what? You're gonna start internalizing that mindset. You'll start telling yourself the same things. Maybe this dream of mine is too big. Maybe I'm just not cut out for it. Now, I'm not saying you need to get rid of everyone in your life, but you must surround yourself with people who push you, who challenge you, who make you uncomfortable. Get around people who have already achieved the kind of success you desire. Spend time with mentors, advisors, and individuals who are playing at a higher level. You need people who will make you rise, not stay stagnant. Next, let's talk about your physical environment. It's easy to overlook this, but your surroundings have an immense impact on your mindset and productivity. Take a hard look at your workspace, your home, and the places you spend your time. Is it cluttered, disorganized, and distracting? Or is it clean, focused, and energizing? A chaotic environment will produce a chaotic mind. If your workspace looks like a mess, you can bet that your thoughts will be just as scattered. You need an environment that fosters clarity, creativity, and focus. A clean, organized space will make you feel in control. It will help you focus. The less mental clutter you have, the more energy you can direct toward what truly matters. Your work, your goals, your growth. Think about it. How can you be productive and focused in a place that's full of distractions, negativity, and disorder? You can't. So if you're serious about winning, it's time to take control of your environment, both internally and externally. One of the most important things you can do is eliminate distractions. That means getting rid of things that waste your time, pull your focus away, and drain your energy. Stop mindlessly scrolling through social media. Stop letting people interrupt you when you're in the middle of something important. If you want to make progress, you must protect your time and your focus like a hawk. Let's also talk about the media you consume. Are you filling your mind with negativity and useless information? Or are you consuming things that will elevate you? Your environment isn't just the people around you, it's also the content you consume. Are you watching the news that's designed to make you anxious, fearful, and uninspired? Are you spending hours watching entertainment that has nothing to do with your goals? You have to ask yourself, is this feeding my growth or is it draining me? And successful people are extremely careful about the media they consume. They focus on content that teaches, inspires, and challenges them. They seek out books, podcasts, and videos that fuel their ambition and make them better. The media you consume shapes your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your life. So be intentional about it. Finally, one of the most powerful elements of your environment is the space you spend time in. Whether it's your office, your gym, or even your home, make sure it's a place that energizes you and makes you feel unstoppable. Create an environment that reflects the success you're working toward. Surround yourself with things that remind you of your goals and the life you want to build. Make your environment a place where greatness feels inevitable. If you want to reach the top, you must intentionally design your environment to support your success. That means surrounding yourself with the right people, keeping your space organized and productive, eliminating distractions, and feeding your mind with the right content. Success isn't just about what you do. It's about where you are, who you're with, and what you're exposed to. Take control of your environment, and your environment will take control of your future. Now, let's talk about one of the most crucial components of success that far too many people overlook: taking relentless action. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality, and without it, everything you want in life remains a distant fantasy. Far too often, people sit around waiting for the perfect moment, the right motivation, or the best time to begin. Let me tell you something, there is no perfect moment. If you're waiting for the stars to align, you'll be waiting your whole life. Success is not for the passive. It's for the relentless. The ones who take action no matter the odds, no matter the obstacles, no matter the timing. The truth is, most people spend their lives stuck in the phase of planning and overthinking. They make lists, they strategize, they talk about what they want to achieve, but when it comes to execution, they freeze. This is the most common trap. People convince themselves that they'll take action when they have all the answers, when they have everything figured out, when they're 100% ready. But guess what? You will never be 100% ready. The key to success is getting started before you have all the answers. It's the relentless pursuit of progress, not perfection. You want to know the biggest mistake you can make? Waiting. Waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, the perfect plan. It doesn't exist. That's a dreamer's trap. Every successful person you look up to started without knowing exactly how it would turn out. They started with a vision and took action. It creates momentum, and momentum fuels progress. You can't get anywhere without first moving. If you stand still, you're going backward. Think about the people you admire most, the ones who have achieved incredible success. Do they sit around waiting for inspiration to strike? No, they act. They take massive, consistent action every single day. When they fail, they don't stop. They adapt, they learn, they pivot, but they never stop moving. If you want to succeed, you need to adopt that same relentless mindset. The fear of failure is what holds most people back. They're afraid to take action because they're terrified of making mistakes. But guess what? Failure is a necessary part of success. It's not a setback, it's a lesson. Every failure brings you one step closer to the success you desire. The successful people aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who fail faster. Learn from those failures and keep going. They don't let failure define them, they use it as fuel. Another thing that keeps people from taking action is the fear of being judged. We live in a world where everyone is worried about what others will think of them. But if you're letting the opinions of others dictate your actions, you're not living your life, you're living someone else's. If you want to break free and create the life you desire, you've got to be willing to take action without worrying about the judgment of others. The next point that we need to hit hard is the idea of consistency. Action isn't about doing something big once in a while. It's about doing something every single day. Consistent, focused action day in and day out. A single action, even a small one, done consistently over time, compounds and leads to massive results. People who get results aren't the ones who take one giant leap and then rest. No, they are the ones who show up every single day, doing what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like it. It's that daily commitment to doing the work that makes all the difference. If you want to achieve your goals, you've got to be willing to do whatever it takes, no matter how hard it gets. Don't wait for someone to give you permission. Don't wait for the right opportunity. You have to create the opportunity. You have to chase it down, grab it by the throat and make it happen. This requires a level of tenacity that most people aren't willing to embrace. There will be obstacles. There will be days when you feel like giving up. There will be people who try to drag you down. But this is where your relentless action is your greatest asset. When you feel like quitting, that's when you need to push the hardest. You've got to keep moving forward even when it's tough. Success doesn't care about your excuses, your comfort zone, or your setbacks. It cares about your action. One of the most important things you need to understand is that you can't wait for inspiration. Inspiration doesn't come to those who sit idly by and hope for it. It comes to those who get up and go after it. You don't need now? Let's dive into one of the most critical factors that will separate you from the masses, the ability to sharpen your mind. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It's the source of all your thoughts, your decisions, your beliefs, and ultimately your actions. If you want to be successful, you've got to understand that your mind needs constant maintenance, growth, and sharpening. The moment you stop feeding it, stop challenging it, you start losing ground. The game of success is mental, and those who fail to continuously sharpen their minds will find themselves stagnating. First things first, never stop learning. The moment you think you know it all is the moment you start to fall behind. There are no shortcuts to success. Success is a process of relentless learning, growth, and adaptation. Reading is the fastest, most effective way to sharpen your mind. Every successful person you admire made reading a cornerstone of their routine. They read books, they study others, they consume knowledge that helps them evolve. The key here is to read with purpose. It's not just about reading for the sake of reading. The goal is to consume material that challenges your thinking, that pushes your boundaries, and that expands your understanding of the world. Read books that are outside of your comfort zone, that force you to think critically and question your current beliefs. There's no room for mental stagnation if you're constantly filling your mind with valuable information. If you don't have a reading habit, you need to build one immediately. Start small if you need to, but get into the habit of reading every day. It doesn't matter what the material is as long as it's pushing you toward growth. Business books, self-development books, biographies of people you admire, or even philosophy. They all offer different perspectives and insights that will make you better. The more you expose yourself to, the more you'll see the world in a completely new light. But it's not just about books. It's also about actively engaging with new ideas. Don't just consume information passively. Challenge yourself to apply the ideas you read about. Engage in discussions with people who have different viewpoints. debate, argue, and push your understanding of concepts. That's how your mind grows. This isn't about agreeing with everything. It's about making sure you're always questioning, always digging deeper, always refining your thought process. If you're not being challenged, you're not growing. One of the key factors in sharpening your mind is focusing on problem solving. Too many people approach life with a fixed mindset. They see obstacles as roadblocks and they give up too easily. But the key to success is developing a mindset that views problems as opportunities. Problems are what separate the winners from the losers. The more problems you solve, the more valuable you become. And to solve problems effectively, you need to constantly train your mind. Start looking for solutions before the problem even arises. Practice critical thinking and ask yourself, how can I turn this challenge into an opportunity? One powerful tool for sharpening your mind is writing. Writing forces you to think deeply and clarify your thoughts. Whether it's journaling, creating to-do lists, or brainstorming ideas, writing down your thoughts helps you organize them and take ownership of your ideas. It also gives you the ability to reflect. Success doesn't just come from taking action. It comes from thoughtful reflection on those actions. Writing down your experiences and analyzing your results will help you grow and avoid making the same mistakes over and over again. Along with continuous learning and problem solving, another essential element of sharpening your mind is getting outside of your comfort zone. The brain thrives on new experiences. The more you expose it to new things, the more adaptable and agile it becomes. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect your mind to evolve. You've got to push yourself into situations where you don't know the outcome. Take on challenges that force you to think differently, that demand you to stretch beyond your limits. The more you expose your mind to uncertainty and discomfort, the more resilient and resourceful you become. Every challenge is an opportunity to sharpen your mind, to make it stronger, more agile, and better equipped for the future. So let's be clear. Your mind is your greatest asset. If you're not investing in it, you're not investing in your future. Sharpen it every day. Feed it with knowledge, challenge it with new ideas, and train it to solve problems with creative solutions. The mind that is always evolving is the mind that will lead you to success. Never stop growing, never stop learning, and never stop sharpening that mind. Because the sharper your mind, the sharper your life. The more you invest in your mind, the more you will get out of life. And trust me, if you are relentless in sharpening your mind, success will follow in ways you can't even imagine. Keep pushing, keep growing, and keep challenging your thoughts. The journey to greatness starts in your mind. Keep it sharp, keep it focused, and the world is yours for the taking.